This episode of HowePodcast101 is sponsored by Chill Out Shaved Ice, serving the community of Howe for over 10 years.
Welcome back to the How Podcast 101. I am Jake Roberts, joined by Lucas Mitchell. We had a great week last week, and we are excited. We're really excited to do this again, I think. Yeah, we have a great show planned for you. But before we get into what we're doing, I would like to take a minute to discuss our absolutely legendary website. Okay, I'm not going to do advertising. If you want to go there, go there. It's pretty cool. We have some merch that we're selling now. I'm not going to force anyone to buy anything. I physically can't do that.
I will.
Okay, well, Lucas will force you to buy it. Okay, so what we have there is the legendary I Am Monkey t-shirt, right?
Yes.
Yeah, we have that.
Very great.
Yes, and we also have the new edition, the How Podcast 101 logo t-shirt. So if you want to go there, buy a shirt, support us, feel free to. It's going to be great. Also on
$30
there,
a shirt, actually.
yeah, so we're hoping to find a better website to kind of try to lower that price.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that's kind of the goal. But right now, that's what we're going to have to keep it at. And I think what we're going to do now is talk about what else is going to be on the website. So
Yeah.
some other things that I was thinking, well, that already are on there, but you can listen to every podcast that we are going to be doing on there. Yes, so we will put the YouTube links to any videos, and actually, we are trying to work on some streaming, right, Lucas?
Oh, yeah. I'm trying to game, and I'll try to get as much content as I can out there.
Yeah, it was a slow week this week, but I think we'll pick it up after that.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. All right, so let's move on to the segments that we're going to be having this week. It's going to be, I'm excited. We have some good stuff planned for y'all.
Some entrance and stuff.
Yeah, make sure to stay tuned.
Couldn't even pronounce interesting. Jeez.
Don't worry, we all mess up on words. All right, so you want to take the first one, and we'll just go from there?
Sure, we got our first segment that we're going to be playing here. We'll be taking a look at the current slate of the NFL games.
Right, yeah, that's pretty fun, and this, I don't know what's going to be going on when we're recording that segment, but I believe most of the games have been wrapped up, and we will just have the Sunday night and the Monday night game, which is going to be absolutely fantastic. Really excited for that Monday night game between the Chiefs and the Ravens.
Yeah.
It's gonna be really fun. Then we are going to take a look at the How games of the week.
They did!
Yeah.
Good, actually. I think that...
Well, I mean...
They played well, but Pottsboro, after all, they went to state last year.
Right.
So there's not much we can do, yeah.
I mean, what do you expect? Pottsboro is really, really good. And I remember playing Pottsboro my 8th grade year. They're so tall. They're just bigger than you. And, I mean, most of their kids were like 6'5" on that varsity team. And actually, our very own Malin Walker started his first varsity game that week. Yeah. So, I think we may try to have Malin on next week to see kind of the swing of how varsity was.
Yeah.
Yeah, and next up we're going to look at the varsity game in better detail. So they lost 52-0, but not everyone knows what really happened in that game. So we're going to go through, we're going to recap the game, we're going to be looking at what happened in the grand scheme of things. I did also want to point out that tomorrow we are going to be having our very own story on the How Enterprise newspaper.
That will be awesome.
Yeah, that is...
Get way more advertising. That'll
Right,
be just way better.
Free advertising. Hopefully more people come and listen to this. And the more people we have, the more likely it is we keep doing it. So again, it's y'all's job to make sure to share, like, and all of that good stuff.
Make sure you subscribe.
Right, yeah. More subscribers makes it to where it's easier for people to see it on their pages.
Yeah, you can hit that notification bell, and you'll get notifications for our new podcast and my videos and different stuff like highlights and interviews. It'll be great.
Sellout alert. Okay, so in the show, we're going to be taking a look at the Dallas Stars. Yes, that's right. They won in, double overtime? Is that right?
Yeah.
I believe so. I think that was right. And I think that it's really important that we continue to just look at local sports, look at the grand scheme of sports, because we need to stay connected, and especially because we were talking to Jackson, who's going to be joining us later, and he told me that it's nice for him since he is at OSU now.
Yeah, we can also talk about ultimate frisbee.
Right.
Different colleges.
Okay.
Man.
Okay, so...
Can't wait to share that.
No one really gets the story between us and Ultimate Frisbee, though.
Yeah.
That's...
Our entire youth did, or not entire youth, some of our youth and other people started coming to...
the middle school field. We play Ultimate Frisbee during the summer.
It was really fun.
It was pretty fun. Sometimes it was very hot, but that's where my drone came into play. And
Yeah, we just used it as a fan.
All right, we're kind of getting off on the wrong page. Let's go to a quick break, I think, and we'll come back, and we will be joined by Dawson and Jackson.
Yeah, 22-second ads, baby!
Let's go. We'll see you right after this. Make sure to listen to the HowePodcast101 Sundays from 8 to 9 p.m.
Yeah, make sure you like and subscribe. That like button will turn blue, and you'll be sure to like it. And make sure you comment down below, and you'll see your comment in the next video.
Yes, make sure to share this, and we will be posting the best comments. Welcome back to the How Podcast 101. I am Jake Roberts, and of course, we're joined by the most legendary co-host of all time,
Lucas Mitchell.
There he is. We're going to be going through some NFL scores. They have some sad finals that just went live.
I'm not disappointed in them.
Yeah, we know.
I'm not a huge fan of the Cowboys.
Yeah, we know. Yeah, so we're going to have you read the scores.
So Cowboys 31, Seahawks 38 on their final.
So this was a pretty good game. Dallas was kind of behind the entire game. I guess they got a 2-point conversion because at one point I saw that this game was 16-15. So I guess that means they got a 2-point conversion to get it within a normal game. Their offense did well again. Their defense did bad again. It's pretty much the same story.
They nearly clutched it at the end as well.
They did, yeah. I mean, we were watching that game right here, right during the ad break. So what happened right there is Dak Prescott almost got sacked. You saw that too.
Yeah.
How did he get out of that?
He walked over. I don't know. He's walked to the left.
Right.
And then I think one guy fell on him. He almost sacked him on the bottom. And then he ran over, threw it down to, who was it?
I don't know. It was a Seahawks cornerback or maybe safety.
Someone.
But he threw it into it was like a Hail Mary pass. There was nothing that was going to happen good from that place. So he just chunked it into the end zone, hope for the best. He got the worst. It was picked off, and the Seahawks went away victorious. Cowboys now 1-2. Seahawks 3-0 on the season. Yeah, that's right. Undefeated. They have not lost a game.
Yeah, honestly, I'm going to actually just go for Seahawks, to be honest. But next up, we got Bears at 30, winning to the Falcons at 26.
Falcons choked again. Literally again. The Falcons were winning 26-10 at one point in this game when I checked.
And then Bears just had to, go up super quickly.
The Bears were just absolute legends and just, threw all over them. And I don't even... Okay, the Falcons are a good team, but come on. Come on.
26-10.
2 weeks in a row. Last week it was 27-10. Last week it was 27-10, and they still lost. That's 2 weeks in a row of 20-point comebacks from the team. You can't let that happen. It's just unbelievable how bad the coaching down there is in Atlanta.
Yeah, Falcons. I guess I don't know. Who knows if they get cocky or something in the end after they get all their points in the beginning. I mean, Falcons just not being able to defend on that last part is just sad.
That must be it. I mean, I can't think of any other reason why they would just suck so bad at the end of the game.
And yeah, next up we got the Rams 32 losing Bills 35.
Okay. Wow. I just now am seeing this score. I knew the Rams were good, and I knew the Bills were good coming into this game.
That was a close game.
Yes, it was. I did not know how close this game was, and I did not know how good the Bills were until Josh Allen just decided to be an absolute legend after coming off of the playoffs loss last year to the Houston Texans.
Yeah. Next up, we get the Washington at 20 and Browns at 34 winning that game. Man, crazy.
Well, Browns are not looking that bad this year as they have just knocked off 2 wins in a row. It's pretty legendary for them, actually. 2 wins in a row is unheard of for the Cleveland Browns. When you hear Cleveland Browns, what do you think of?
Oh, man, they're not going to make it to the final.
You know, they have never won a Super Bowl.
Yeah, kind of sad.
They've never even been to a Super Bowl, which is even worse. So, it's the Washington football team's first year as a team, kind of. I don't really...
Name change.
It's not even a name. They're just
Who
like...
knows?
Imagine being that lazy. It's like... So, like, we'll just say that the New England Patriots, people thought that it was racist or something to say Patriots in the future, so they just became the New England football team. How would that sound?
It just does not sound right at all.
My goodness. Yeah, so it's the same with Washington football team. It just doesn't work. Okay, let's move on. Okay, so the Titans beat the Vikings 31-30.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was a pretty tight game. I saw this game, actually. Derrick Henry had a ton of yards, and Ryan Tannehill, the quarterback for the Titans, had a fantastic game. Vikings, they're not the worst. They're kind of, I don't know, they're kind of like the Cowboys this year. They have a really good offense. Their defense can't do crap against anyone.
Yeah.
And we're going to be looking at the Patriots. Wow.
A dub at 36 against the Raiders with 20.
Yeah, so the Raiders coming off of their pretty legendary win, I would say, over, who did they play? Oh, yeah, they played Pittsburgh. Right, is that right?
Seahawks. Right? And then we had the predictions?
No, that wasn't the prediction. No, it was New England and Patriots. And then the Raiders, our prediction was New Orleans. Yes,
New Orleans.
They beat New Orleans. No, we didn't predict that. I mean, we were looking at that game. We said 17-14 New Orleans, and let me check what that score was. I believe that they won that game pretty handedly. They won 34-24. So that's just an absolute shocker coming from the absolute shocker of a team this year. Apparently not good enough for the New England Patriots, who Cam Newton continues to put up points.
Yeah. Then we got the 49ers. Dub at 36 and Giants at 9. I mean, couldn't really expect anything from that either, though.
Well, this is surprising because Jimmy Garoppolo was out, their quarterback. So, I mean, 49ers are still...
Right.
They're still a team to... I mean, of course they did all right. They just beat an NFL team 36-9.
True.
So, I mean, I don't even think the Giants scored in this game. They didn't score one touchdown. They scored 3 field goals. Just imagine being that team. I mean, I'm sorry if you're a Giants fan. But if you're a Giants fan, get out of here. Go back to New York. Let's move on.
Next, we got a tie with Bengals and the Eagles.
What the heck?
I know. How did that happen?
Okay, so they went into overtime, and apparently they were all unlegends, and they could not score.
They just could not after... How long?
Oh, overtime's like a 10-minute
Right.
period. None of them could even kick a field goal. Yeah, I think overtime's 10 minutes. None of them could even kick a field goal.
Yeah.
So what do you even do with that? If you're... Okay, ties are almost worse than losses because they're just sad. It's just like...
If neither team can get any points, yeah.
Well, neither team was good enough. I mean, just... I don't know. Okay. Steelers beat the Texans 28-21. This was a good game. Texans were up 21-20 late in the game. And Pittsburgh scored with, I don't know, it was about 5 minutes left in the third quarter.
Yeah.
Seems pretty good. Other than that, I don't really have much to talk about that game.
We got the Jets with, okay, the Colts winning 36 against the Jets with 7.
Yeah, we're just going to skip this game. Yeah, okay. Yeah, you got the score.
Then we got the Panthers with winning 21 against the Chargers with 16.
Panthers finally pulling out a win. Yeah. That's pretty good.
Finally.
Seems impressive. Yeah. Week 3, finally getting a win. Panthers looking good in this game. We'll move down now. Ooh, Buccaneers 28, Broncos 10. If you thought it could get any worse for the Denver Broncos, you were wrong. I'm pretty sure I just said Denver, but we're not gonna mention that.
All right. Next we got Lions 26 against the Cardinals with 23.
That's actually comical to me because the Cardinals were doing so good until this game. That's actually really funny. I think that the Cardinals are a good team, but I think the Lions are not a very good team. So I think this was just kind of one of those lucky games where one of the teams was just like, hey, we're going to win today.
And then they just pulled it off.
Yeah, and then they were just like, legends, we are going to win. We are going to win today. This is what's happening.
Yeah.
Okay. Now we're going to move on to games that have not started yet.
Highly motivated.
Packers.
Against the Saints.
Saints. Good game, right? This is going to be a good game.
I hope so.
Yeah, I hope so. It's 7:20 p.m. kickoff, NBC. New Orleans is favored by 3.5.
Yeah.
And I'm going to have to go with the Packers, especially after New Orleans blew it last week against Las Vegas.
Yeah. I'll probably have to go with the Packers as well.
Okay, so let's give score predictions. So you want to go first? Or me? It's up to you. I don't care.
You go first.
Okay.
I'm not good at these.
Yeah, all right. So I'll go first, and I'll put the Packers winning 31-24.
I think it'll be more of a lower game. It'll just be something around... I'm going to have to go with 14-7, just because each one could just... I don't know. I think it'll just be a lower point.
Yeah, I mean, I could see it happen. Definitely, when two high-powered offenses meet, sometimes it just ends in low-scoring games. We're gonna go past the Dolphins-Jaguars game. Dolphins won 31-13. No one really cares. Now to the main event, and this is something I'm so excited about. This is a game that I've been waiting for since I looked at the NFL schedule. We have Monday Night Football. Bum 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 bum.
That's cringy.
It doesn't matter. Chiefs versus Ravens. Wow, guys. I mean, really. Chiefs and Ravens? Look.
I really have no idea how this is going to end.
This...
It's going to be whack.
I don't even know how to have score predictions for this. This is just... I'm going to have to go with the Chiefs, of course, because the Chiefs are good at the game. But Ravens are good at the game also, so... All right, I'll start out. Both teams are 2-0, by the way, which is kind of important. Baltimore, I'd like to point out Baltimore is favored. I disagree with this.
Yeah.
Just me. Chiefs are going to win this game 46-40. Yeah, that sounds about right to me. I think it's going to be a tight game. Going to be very high scoring because Chiefs-Ravens. I mean, what are you? Patrick Mahomes and company. I believe they're... No, it is at Arrowhead Stadium in Kansas City. What do you think the score is going to be?
I don't think it'll be maybe... Actually, yeah, I'll have to go with the exact same.
You're going to go with the exact same score?
Yeah.
All right, so if anyone is keeping track of our scores, which I know Noah is, Noah decided to keep track of our scores when he was listening to it.
Good.
So make sure you write down the exact same score, which is 46-40 on that game. Alrighty, that's going to do it for this segment. We are going to... Next up, be looking at, we look at the How games of the week, and then eventually Dawson and Jackson are going to join us. That might be a while down the road. All right, we will be right back after this quick 23-second break. Chill Out Shaved Ice, locally owned and operated going on 10 years, and we are ready to serve you. With more than 60 flavors, Chill Out is ready to handle a hot day, a popping party, or any private event. Contact Brandy at 903-436-0708 for booking and questions, or visit our Chill Out Facebook page. Thank you, Hal, for a fantastic 2020 season and your continued support. Go Dogs! Welcome back to the How Podcast 101. I am Jake Roberts, and I'm joined by not Lucas Mitchell, but Dawson Mitchell. How you doing today?
I'm doing pretty good. Kind of hungry. Mom's making dinner, and it's kind of smelling pretty good. So
It does smell pretty fantastic. Have you listened to the first episode?
Oh yeah. I listened to when you guys first sent it out. Lucas sent it in like a Discord chat. I was like, "How podcast? What?"
Well,
And then I heard Lucas talking more than 2 sentences, which was crazy on recording. And then I listened to some of it, and I got busy, and then I listened to the rest of it last night on my drive home from Dallas. So it was a pretty cool podcast. I mean, you guys should really keep it up.
yeah, we're definitely going to try. I do have a question for you. What was your favorite segment?
Probably Rhodey's part.
Yes. Yeah, middle school talk with Rhodey.
Yeah.
That was a fan favorite last week.
He's like, yeah, it's great, it's cool.
All right. So while I have you here, what have you been doing? I mean, like, really? I mean,
Oh, well, we're in Mommy and Daddy's house right now.
Right.
If you can't tell, as you came over here, you know.
yes,
Um,
yes.
But yeah, I just recently moved back in, so it's kind of coincidental that I'm on the How podcast when I moved back to How.
I mean,
from Sherman. So
I guess that's
it
true.
makes sense.
It
was
does.
kind of like destiny, kind of like a line, you know, for me to come here on the How podcast as soon as I moved back to How.
Well, it definitely is because we were gonna have Gage on the show this week, and Gage is just like dying right now. So
Oh my goodness.
yeah, that's not really a good thing.
Is he
But
sick?
yeah, we don't know what he's sick with. He's not.
Corona.
By the way, he's actually not dying. I just want to point that out. He's actually totally fine. That was just a... Okay. So, where do you work right now?
I'm working at Wilson Jones. I'm a nurse's aide. It has its ups and downs. It's a job, but I really like it. I really like working there, and the people that I work with and the nurses, they're really nice. And, yeah, it's really fun. Cleaning up poop and cleaning up pee and cleaning up old people. But I like the patients, and I like working with them and talking to them and kind of learning stuff every day. So it's fun. I've been there almost a year now on October 1st.
And you know what? If that's what you want to do, there's...
Yeah, I've been thinking about the medical field, and I actually plan on being a chiropractor. I don't think Lucas talked about it on the show. No, you guys just talked about.
No, I don't think he... Yeah, but...
Yeah, but Lucas wants to be a chiropractor, and he's kind of aiming for the same school I'm aiming for, so it'd be kind of cool to see two brothers chiropractic.
Yeah, that'd be pretty cool. I mean, same business,
Yeah.
honestly. I mean, yeah, we used to go to a chiropractor and didn't stop going to them because they were in like Frisco when we
Yeah,
moved down here. It's
kinda
pretty far. We just haven't really gone back, but you know.
Yeah.
Well, thank you so much for joining me. It was good talking to
Been a
you.
pleasure.
Yeah, we'll do it again sometime.
I'm looking forward to listening to it now.
Right,
On the way
yeah.
home.
We'll go back through, edit it, and
Sweet.
see what it's like.
Sounds good.
Dawson Mitchell, everyone.
Thanks for having me.
No problem. First Baptist How Youth Services on Wednesday evenings is a great place to be. With ping pong, pool, basketball, gaga ball, hanging out with friends, and even a free delicious meal just in case you're running late after a long day of school. But the best part, you'll hear a message of hope in our Lord Jesus Christ. Brought to you by Wes Robertson, our youth minister, and music brought to you by our youth praise band. The youth building is located across the street from the main church entrance. Wednesday evening starting at 6:30 and ending at 8. Hope to see you there. How First Baptist Youth. Small town, big God. Welcome back to the How Podcast. We're going to be looking at some How scores, if that sounds all right with you.
Awesome.
All right. I'm going to go ahead and start because I want to. And there's 4 scores. So we're going to do 8th grade, 7th grade, JV, and varsity. Just kind of mix some things up a little bit. I'll start with 7th grade. 7th grade lost. These are all to Pottsboro, by the way. They lost 26-0.
Pottsboro, man.
Yeah,
I can't believe them.
Well, Pottsboro's a tough, I mean,
It's pretty hard to get through them.
Pottsboro's a good team, and they're going to win. In varsity, it would not surprise me if they went back to the state championship. Pottsboro's just good at everything they do, man. And they seem to just move on every year deep in the playoffs.
Even baseball. I
Yeah.
remember back in, 4th grade or 3rd grade, we always got beat by Pottsboro, and it was very, very sad.
Right. In my brother's 3rd and 4th grade basketball team last year, they got beat by Pottsboro in one of those games. It was a tournament game, too. It was a Christmas tournament. No, they did not lose to Pottsboro in that tournament. They actually got 2nd place in that tournament last year. They
That's
lost
good.
to White-Wright, which is kind of surprising because
Yeah.
White-Wright's not very good. But we're not going to acknowledge that voice crack, by the way.
That'd be...
Yeah.
Oh, well, can't worry about it.
I was trying to say that White-Wright is good. They have a really... This kid, watching him play, I mean, he's just unbelievable. He was just, destroying all these kids. And the other kids were okay, you know. But this one kid was just unbelievable. So what actually happened is they lost to Pottsboro in their end-of-season tournament. Pottsboro is just always good at everything they do.
I don't know why. They're just... They do really well. They probably practice a lot.
Well, it's almost just annoying. It's just like... it's like... I don't know.
House enemy.
Yeah. Well, I guess now since Van Alstyne's gone, you want to go ahead and give the next score?
Yeah, we got the 8th grade with 14-30. Also losing to Pottsboro.
Hey, this is a good game. This is the only Howe team that scored. So, congratulations. Yeah, congratulations to them for being the only team to score. And hey, let's give credit where credit is due.
Yeah.
Pottsboro's good, and if you can score and make it a tight game, I mean, really, this wasn't far-fetched from a win for 8th grade.
Yeah.
So, if that can happen, I think anything can happen.
Definitely.
So, 8th grade, good job. Keep it up. You're gonna win some more games, definitely, if you can get that stuff down. And next up, I will talk about JV for just a quick second. JV lost 40-0. Now look, this JV team is young. They moved some of their better players up. Our very own Malin Walker was moved up to varsity. Yes, sir. They also moved up Lorenzo to punter, varsity kicker.
Makes sense. He plays a lot of soccer.
Right. And Cooper Jones has been on varsity since game 1. So that team has really just been stripped of all its resources. They're doing pretty good for what they've been left with.
Yeah.
I would have to say their defense is actually pretty good. Now, their offense is not the worst, but
it can be improved on.
Well, they have trouble scoring. And, I mean, look, teams have different balances, and they're defensively balanced, the JV team is.
Yeah.
All right. I'm just going to say the quick score of varsity because next up we're going to be talking to Jackson, and then we'll come back and dive a little bit deeper into the varsity score.
Yeah.
So, varsity lost 52-0.
Man!
Look, I was at this game. I'm in the booth with Monty on an internship.
Again, Pottsboro, stop, please.
Pottsboro's won 9 straight against Howe.
Man.
9 straight. Wait, maybe it was more. No, I think it may have been 10 straight. It was 9 or 10 straight, and they have not beat Pottsboro since 2010. And they've not beat Pottsboro in Pottsboro since 1988.
Yeah.
1988.
That's pretty ancient.
Yes, it is. And that's incredible. Pottsboro is really good. I'm just hoping we can beat them next year. This Howe team has a lot of young talent, and if they can get their things right, they can be a really, really good team. They're just young. They got to get better, and I think they can be pretty good.
I just believe might not be their year. I feel like they'll just improve on and improve way more in the future, and I guess they'll do better in the next years, hopefully.
Well, that's something to think about, too, because this is only their second year with a sophomore quarterback. And it's always a struggle to get teams to build, and they're kind of moving out a lot of seniors and bringing in a lot of the younger players. Next year, it's going to be a lot of sophomores and juniors on the team. It's going to be a lot of them. This year, we already have, We have 3 freshmen and a lot of sophomores, like 15 sophomores or something.
Dang.
Yeah, so it's a young team. That's all we're going to talk about for the varsity game right now. We'll come back, and we'll dive deeper into that game. If that sounds good to you. Yeah. So we're going to take a quick break. Then I'm really excited for this one. We're going to be joined by
Jackson Wilson.
Yes, sir.
He came back into town.
Yeah, it was good to see him today at church. But he's back at OSU, and we're going to give him a call and see how he's doing up there. We'll be right back.
And a 24-second break.
Yes, 24 seconds this time.
Ad.
We'll be right back after this quick break. Stay tuned for weekly gaming videos from Lucas.
Yeah, I'll be streaming and posting some edited videos, and hopefully they'll go really well. And I'll be sure to play the newest games, and be sure to play popular games and other stuff with probably some of the boys.
Yes, he will be playing mini games with the boys. Make sure to stay tuned, and make sure to like and subscribe.
Hey, welcome back to the HowePodcast 101. I'm Lucas, and I'm joined by Jackson Wilson. How are you doing, Jackson?
I'm good. How about you?
You're doing good. So, how's it like? Actually, Jackson went back into town, and he was staying at OSU, and I've heard he's been doing pretty good over there. So, Jackson, how's it like coming back into Howe?
It was good. It was really nice to see everybody again. It was it felt weird coming back knowing that it had only been about 2 months since I left. So that was definitely a big like shock factor.
Yeah. So, how's OSU? Is that all good?
It's amazing. It is so much different than how like in almost every aspect. There's so many more people. It's just a lot more lively because it's a bigger city in like a college town,
Yeah.
and just with how many places like cool little places around town, it that reminds me of back home and how.
That's good.
So it's really nice. The weather is starting to get worse, but the good news is we actually get snow up here, unlike how.
Oh man, snow. I haven't seen that in a while. How hasn't gotten much of that.
Nope.
So, I've heard you're doing ultimate frisbee. How's that going?
It's it's a lot of fun. I haven't gotten to do a whole lot of it, mostly because of classes being super hectic and a lot of work assigned. But the
Yeah.
times that I have gotten to play, I've really gotten to see that I am not as good as I thought. There are so many other people better than me, and I really need to up my game.
Yeah. So, for people who didn't go to church or anything, didn't see us, probably some people will see this, but people who went to Ultimate Frisbee on Sundays at nearly night, most of the youth guys, since we didn't have Sunday school, we kind of just did Ultimate Frisbee at that time, and we'd all play with all the youth members. And Jackson, in mostly everyone's opinion, was one of the best players, and he was really good in our opinion. I mean, he was pretty much just the best player, and most people would just choose him first.
Don't flatter me.
So, I mean, we got all that covered. I guess we can move on to how's your church life going? Is that awesome?
Yeah, it's amazing. Honestly, I love it so much. I miss the aspect of church and how being smaller, small town,
Yeah.
small church, big God, all the same. But like the church I'm going to now is you know, it's a ton of people. A lot of college kids go to it on in Sunday morning, and it's been really nice to have that same kind of connected feel.
Definitely.
I mean, especially leaving, it was a big. I was afraid I wasn't going to be able to find somewhere that I liked or somewhere that I agreed with on their doctrine, but I found that pretty easily, especially considering with the multiple like small study groups that I've joined so far.
Yeah. And is making friends really fun as well?
It's fun, but it's also a little bit difficult with the whole COVID regulations and everything.
Yeah.
know?
Is that like a
I did
mandatory
have-
thing for you?
Yeah, like we're at least when we're on campus, if we're like with a certain group, if we're on campus at all and meeting in a group like for a study session or something like that,
Yeah.
we have to wear masks. So like if we go off campus to somebody's house to study, it's like up to them. Or if we want to wear masks, we can, but we don't have to.
Cool. And what about work? Are you working?
No, I'm just focusing on school this year. I really need to make sure I get a solid foundation for my work ethic and making sure I get all my homework done and just a really strong schedule. Then once I get my schedule set up, I can start to, if I want to work a little bit to help pay for like certain things that I want, or if I want to go eat somewhere with my friends. It's just right now I'm just focusing on school. Work's not really a priority of mine.
Definitely. What about your grades? Are your grades awesome?
Most of them.
Most of them?
I have a couple classes where it's it's a lot of work.
Pretty
It is
tough.
a lot of work.
Yeah, that's immensely a really big part of, I mean, how your job career goes and everything. So, I don't know.
Especially being an engineer major, it's just gonna get worse from here.
Engineer major? Man, it's just a lot of math?
It's a lot of math and a lot of science.
Cool. Well, I hope you do well in that. I think we're going to end this segment right here, and thanks for talking.
Yeah, no problem. Anytime.
Make sure to keep yourself posted with the HowePodcast101 YouTube page. We are going to be having lots of interviews from players there starting pretty soon. And make sure to like and subscribe also.
Indeed. Yeah, also stay tuned for other stuff like interviews and highlights that we'll also be posting. And yeah.
That's basically going to be it.
See you guys later. Hey, welcome back to How Podcast 101. I'm Lucas Mitchell, and I'm joined back with Jake after that amazing and that fantastic interview with Jackson Wilson. He was awesome. He's back at OSU now, and he said he was doing pretty good up there, and I think that's pretty cool.
Yeah, I think so too. And listening back to that interview, he had some really incredible stuff to say. It's definitely really different because, we're pretty young still. Still got a little bit of time before we head off to college. And that's really something that's interesting to me. I think just like the whole dynamic of heading off to college is pretty interesting.
Yeah.
I think now it's a good chance for us to head off and talk about the varsity game. The varsity game, look, so it was 52-0 against Pottsboro.
It's up against Pottsboro.
Right,
so,
and there's nothing really bad to say. Okay, Howe played decent in this game. I'm not going to say they played well. You can't say a team played well when they lost 52-0. But they played decent for playing Pottsboro, and that's something that's very special, I think. Basically something kind of it's a broad topic, of course, but what I'm trying to say here is that it was good for, how to get in and play a game against Pottsboro, Pottsboro's a tough team.
Yeah.
So I think that it's important that we go back and listen through some highlights of this.
Yeah.
So I'm going to pull those up. All right, so now we're going to be going through what happened in that game. And this is a full credit to the Howe Enterprise for putting this video together. We're just playing the audio back through. Hopefully it sounds good and all. But we're hoping that it goes well, and here we go.
3rd down and 1. Knocking on the door. Plyler, he's going to keep it right up the middle. Not even touched. Walk the dog. Touchdown Pottsboro, 6-0. 6:33 on the clock here in the first. And
So what happened there is Howe got the ball. They went 3 and out. They got it. And their quarterback, man, Plyler, he is just an unbelievable athlete. Senior, he's going to go to college, and he's going to be very productive in college. I think he's going to have a lot of very good things to do. Hats off to Pottsboro for making it a 7-0 game early in the first.
screen pass near side. That's going to be caught by Kubik. Looking for a block. Gets great block from the outside Watson, and he's got the end zone. 41 yards on the screen pass, and great blocking from his receivers. Scoot him on in down the sidelines.
Yeah, so what happened there, it was a screen pass from Plyler, and my goodness, Plyler was ridiculous in this game. They were just so disruptive. They just kind of just ended. The Bulldogs had no fight after that first touchdown.
Yeah.
It's just something that's really just, it just wasn't something that you really expected out of Howe. Howe's usually a pretty good team. And they just had no fight, no will. But hey, they kept fighting. Even though they had no fight, I think they did a good job of keeping up with the pace of Pottsboro. In the second half, they only gave up 1 touchdown. That's a good thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's very, very important.
I agree.
Yeah, definitely look at that.
And now a man in motion from left to right. Plyler is going to run back where he was to the left side, picking and choosing the lane. He just kind of dives over the pylon in the end zone. He just kind of jogged and then thought, I'm going to dive like Superman at the front near corner pylon, and he did. Touchdown Pottsboro for the 3rd time tonight on their 3rd drive.
Yeah, so this was Pottsboro's 3rd drive. They kind of moved down the field, and they got into touchdown range. They were at like the 2 or 3, and Plyler just took the quarterback sweep and just ran it. He was just untouched. And then he decided to dive just to make it worse. He dove into the end zone with like no one around him because it's Pottsboro.
Yeah, they're gonna boast like that.
They're gonna troll you. But, hey, guess what? It's Pottsboro. They're state champions, or not state champions, but runner-up state champions last year. They were the runner-up. So, really, it's not as bad as it seems, How. 52-0 is not as bad as the 2018 Van Alstyne debacle. We're not going to...
I'm not going to talk about that.
Yeah, we're not, yeah.
Pump by Plyler. He's going deep. Wide open is Kubik. Strolls in the end zone. Pottsboro's on the board again. That was fast. 44 yards. Plyler.
And as you heard there, a 44-yard strike from Plyler right there. What can you do? Pottsboro is just really good. We're just going to continue with the highlights now. At this point, it was 28-0 in the second quarter.
Sends a man in motion from right to left, and now he wants to throw right side, deep down the field. That's Lyons, and he is close, and he's in. One play on the touchdown, 33 yards from Plyler to Titus Lyons. Jordan Jones in coverage, but they're just throwing it up for the big, tall receiver, and it's hard to defend.
So Titus Lyons catches that ball, and it was a 33-yard scamper into the end zone. Jordan Jones had no chance on that. Titus is just really big, really fast. He just ran straight into the end zone from there. Yeah, that's... Here, we'll keep playing.
5:42 and rolling here in the second quarter. It's 3rd down and 9 for the Cardinals. A man in motion comes from left to right, and Plyler wants to throw. Looks deep down the field, middle of the field. Got a man wide open, caught at the 2, strolls in for the touchdown. Cameron Langford was in coverage, but the pass was complete to the wide receiver Jude Bentley. And the score has been extended 41-0.
So at this point, at this point, Pottsboro was up 41-0. Made it 42-0. But this is all in the first half. So I do want to give credit to the Howe defense in the second half. 1 touchdown allowed. It's pretty good stuff. It's pretty good stuff.
Ball spotted at the 22-yard line, so a 33-yard field goal attempt for McDonald. And the hold is good. The kick is high. It's long enough, and it's good. So McDonald nails a 32-yard field goal to extend the lead to 45-0.
You know, that's right. They just kicked a field goal. And to be honest, I haven't seen a field goal ever kicked in high school football. I'm kind of new to this whole small-town high school football thing. Not really, I guess. 3 years ago is when I moved here. Loved the Howe Bulldog feel. But 45-0 was the score, and it stayed like that until after halftime. And the third quarter, it stayed like that. And immediately out of the gates of the fourth quarter, Pottsboro struck again.
Over Howe. Here's Flanagan wanting to run again over left side, and he escapes the defender on his way for a touchdown. He's in the end zone, and Flanagan adds our first second half points.
Yeah, so that was basically it for the game. It ended up being 52-0. But look, I just want to give credit to Howe in their second half. They only scored once in the second half. That's something really to be proud of, I think. And really, honestly, something pretty legendary about that is that Pottsboro is really good. And you want to just make sure to just try and stop them. And that's important. And I think they did a decent job in the second half. They made some pretty good adjustments. That's going to do this for this segment. We are going to be back, and we are going to be talking about the Dallas Stars.
Also, shout out to the video that we just watched is the Howe Enterprise YouTube channel, and Monty Walker makes really good videos on here, and
go subscribe.
Good recap.
Go subscribe. I literally just did. So, yeah, that's going to put him at 215 subscribers.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'd like to be like that one day. All credit goes to him on that video, by the way.
Indeed.
Yes. All right. We will see you after this quick break.
26-second ad break.
26-second ad break. It's going to be our final segment. We're going to take a look at the Dallas Stars extending the Stanley Cup final to the 6th game. Chill Out Shaved Ice, locally owned and operated going on 10 years, and we are ready to serve you. With more than 60 flavors, Chill Out is ready to handle a hot day, a popping party, or any private event. Contact Brandy at 903-436-0708 for booking and questions, or visit our Chill Out Facebook page. Thank you, Howe, for a fantastic 2020 season and your continued support. Go Dogs! Welcome back to the HowePodcast 101.
That was pretty long.
Yes, it was, and now I can't breathe.
I'm gonna be hard breathing over here.
Yeah, I'm just gonna take a quick breath over here. Give me a sec. Oh no, I'm just kidding. I'm good. I think now it's a good time to go through Dallas.
The Stanley
Stars.
Cup.
Yeah,
Final.
Stanley Cup Finals. Guys,
Epic.
yes, that's exactly
Not
what I
to
was
be
gonna
cringe
say.
or
No,
anything, just
I
epic.
was just gonna say it's just epic. There's just nothing you can say other than epic.
It's like when you're playing a game and there's something like a legendary chest or an epic chest, but you really don't want that legendary chest. You get that epic chest, but you actually get the thing that you want from the epic chest. That's how it is.
That made 0 sense. Okay, so here's a clip. This is the Stars scoring. Full credit to NBC on this clip. This is the Stars scoring in double overtime. They were tied 2-2 with 10:44 left. This is what happened.
Handing it on. Now Klingberg at the back. Holds. And drives one. And that rebound right around in front of Perry. They jam away. They score! The Stars win in double overtime.
Yeah, so basically what happened there, it's kind of hard to see, but there was a guy down below. He passed it up top. Then he kind of just chunked it in, just kind of towards the middle of the goal. And then there was just a huge jumble. I'm not going to lie, watching this live last night, I had no idea what was going on. I just kind of was like, I'm new to hockey. I'm trying to learn the rules and stuff. So I am honestly just listening for the word, goal!
It's just like soccer.
Basically. It's a little bit like
your
soccer,
goal.
except kind of, I like hockey more than soccer.
Except they don't fake being hurt, so...
Well, hockey's like the most abusive sport. Like, if you
Yeah.
watch one player in hockey for too long, you will just see them get thrown into a wall. It's actually pretty funny. Appreciate the Stars. They're doing really good. Only Dallas team to make it to a championship since, what was it, 2011? Does that sound right? I believe that's right. I believe, Mavs, right?
I think so.
I believe it was the Mavs. Yeah, so they're going to be pushing it to a Game 6. Guys, go check that out. Really, are you going to watch this?
Yes.
Yes,
That's
okay.
going to be pretty epic.
Yeah, Monday at 6:30. Me and Lucas will be watching it. You should be watching it too, and we'll let you know what happens. If you don't keep up with it, we'll let you know on the next HowePodcast 101. Speaking of the next HowePodcast 101,
I can't wait.
that's going to do it for us today. It was a good show.
That was good.
Yeah, we
We did so much better than last time.
Right, and we had 2 guests.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's going to do it for us. For me, Jake Roberts, and Lucas Mitchell.
Can't wait to like and subscribe on our videos and comment down below if you have any suggestions and make this go public. This is actually one of our things we're going to try to go with everyone and share around Howe. And there's 3,000 people in Howe. I think we can get more than 200 people on our podcast.
I agree.
Just spread this around.
Yeah, let people know. The more people that know about this, the more likely it is we keep doing this. And for those of you that really like what we've been doing, I think it's important that you share it with people.
Yeah, like make sure if you're on Facebook or any social media, really just share it, and that'd be great. Big help.
Yeah, put it on your Snapchat stories.
Yes, Snapchat. Our new merch I just sent out.
Yes, by the way, yeah. I do want to point out, for those of you that are just joining us now in the premiere, we have merch in the website. I will leave the website link below, but for those of you that don't know how to look below, I'll just give you the name right now. It is HowePodcast101.wixsite.com/ podcast.
You have to have that /podcast.
Yes, that's
in it,
very
or
important.
It will not work.
I'll repeat it one more time. That's HowePodcast101.wixsite.com/podcasts. We have our legendary store on there. We have everything you're gonna need. It's been a good show.
Yeah.
It's been a really, really good show. And for me, Jake Roberts, and Lucas Mitchell,
Yeah.
we're signing up for now.
Goodbye.